Alright guys, welcome to the channel. We are back in the Thunderbird tonight for a little bit, just kind of messing around. Checking it out a little bit. I've been deep cleaning it, I guess you could call it, the other night. You see the floor pans down there now. Hell, look pretty nice and solid in here. I put a battery in it, just kind of checking some things out. It has electric windows in it. Not all of them work, as you can see. That one does, and so far I think this little wing vent window right there works. The others don't seem to want to, but you'll have that. I can hear the solenoid clicking in the door back there in the back over there, but we'll check that out one of these days. Just kind of looking around, checking the old girl out. I'll get out here. Found a nice little bucket full of nuts under the hood. Not the kind of nuts that are supposed to be under the hood. Got the trunk all cleaned out pretty well. We got some surface rust in here, but it's all pretty solid. Kind of checked it out. A lot of this is surface rust. I think the seal around the trunk was starting to leak a little bit in the last couple of years that it's set outside, but you'll have that. We did find us a lot of extra parts in the trunk. Had some valve covers and inside trim, the fender skirts, all of the hubcaps, the old death trap bumper jack, another frame for under one of the seats, some gaskets, a few extra parts. It may come in handy. We shall see. But other than that, I think the only real any rust that I've found in it, this rear quarter, got some in the bottom. It's nothing terrible. I've seen them a lot worse for around Iowa. If this thing's ever been around any of the salt, it's not too bad. That one there's got a little bit. I kind of checked it out. It isn't as bad as the other side. And I'm going to spend a little time tonight and get the spark plugs out of this thing. Motor is stuck. Hasn't been run the best that I know of since approximately 1990, so it's been a while. I think it got a little moisture, so I think I'm going to pull the spark plugs out and get to them. And put a little PB blaster in the cylinders. Let them soak for a week or two, or however long, until we get a chance, and see if we can get this thing freed up. I had the air cleaner off the other night, and it doesn't appear. Well, there's some of those nuts were up in the air cleaner, but they didn't get through the filter in there. They were just in the outer edge of the housing, so that was no big deal. Just cleaned those out. I was kind of afraid the mice got up in the air filter housing on the top. Some of that fancy mouse juice ran down the side of the motor, which is really rough on them. But I don't know if you can see that very well or not. Which you can see, that one's kind of dark, like it's a little bit carboned up. Don't look too bad. I don't see any rust or anything on it. But probably along the time we get ready to try and start this thing, I get this can down here. Try and start this thing. I'll probably see if they got spark enough to try to get it to fire, and then we'll eventually put a new set of spark plugs in it. Oh, man, I'm trying to fumble around here. There we go. That'll work. Kind of hard to see down there. I'll probably get it freed up, pull the spark plugs out, and spin her over for a little bit, if it will, with the starter. That blows some of this stuff out of the cylinders. It don't really hurt anything. I'm going to try to jack it up. At least get it sitting on some blocks so I can get under there and check out the transmission pan. Guy had it sitting up on some blocks, so it wasn't down on the ground where the groundhogs like to crawl under there and pile dirt, rust everything out. So I've had old cars that I got a hold of running the demo derbies and all that stuff. Quite a few years ago, the groundhogs get dirt underneath them and rust holes in the oil pan and transmission pan. Pretty much ruin them. You gotta love it when they do that. Man, these things are tight. Get that one loose or not. This big motor in here don't have a whole lot of room to turn it. I don't know about that one. Let's see here. Big monster of a motor in here, don't got a whole lot of room. I'd still take it over working on some of the newer vehicles out. Be able to get that one out. Might have to get my bigger ratchet. I'll save that one. Save that one here in a minute. Got a longer ratchet that might break that free a little easier. Try and get back to the one in the back. I think these spark plug wires have been on here a long time. Maybe. Come on now. Well, maybe it'll come off. The spark plugs. Wire's been on there a long time or something. Glued up really good. See if I can get a screwdriver pop loose. Something or another. Come on now. Turned all the headlights on the other night. When I first put a battery in this thing. All the taillights and everything work. That one headlight on the dim side's burned out. Pretty good for as long as this thing's been sitting. I guess they're not turned on, they won't burn out. Get this spark plug wire off of this one. Maybe not. Not cooperating very well. I won't bore you too terribly long tonight, but I figured I'd take somebody along, kind of document this car as we work on it, and try to get it up and going. Yeah, that was stuck on there. But I'll catch back up with you guys here sometime or another along the line. Just thought I'd take you along and show you what we got so far. But I'll make sure we get this thing freed up and try to start it. I'll take you guys along. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll keep you up to date on it. Thanks for taking their time.